Greetings and welcome back to the channel. If for the first time you're coming across my channel, please remember to subscribe. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you for your support. Now, let's recap. So, I have a video about the time I came into contact with a shoplifter. So I wanted to come here today and give you a follow-up on the process, what is taking place so far. So let's start by giving you a little recap of the actually, if you didn't watch the first video, go back and watch the first video for this video to make sense. I'll try and put either a picture up here or the link in the description box, or put it on the playlist. So today we had at work what you call a formal meeting. This is to discuss what really happened on that day. So we had a formal meeting. I had to make a new statement, but it's the same. Well, this statement is for the managers. The first statement that I gave was for the police, so it have to match. We have to be on the same page. So so this is to decide the decision on action they will take in regard to the circumstance and what happened, and what step they will take in terms of maybe we either call disciplinary or dismissal, or there's in UK here there's a process. I am not fully aware of the process how it goes, but I think it goes like this. So let's say you're at work and there's you've been involved in an incident or whatever. They can just fire you or sack you on the spot, but depends on how serious the offense is. So in my belief, there is a process of dismissal, or there is two process of dismissal. So before I get to that, this is the they gave me this to read, and this is for what you call it, colleague safety. So it's keeping colleagues safe. So this is something I will have to read and understand. This is their rules on how to keep colleagues safe. There's even something here on how to deal with shoplifters. So I'll probably at the end of this video to see if I can do some research and get you so that you could also see it as well. Some people probably don't know about these information, so sometimes these things happen. I didn't know how the process goes. So sometimes these things happen. It's also very bad, but it's also good for you to have the experience, so that if you have an incident like this, you know what to do. Know that I know what to do. So let me try and break down my understanding of the process of dismissal. So first step is a warning. Right, I believe so. Then maybe verbal, and then second step maybe written, and then third step you probably get dismiss or fire or sack or what they call it. So I don't think they really just fire you off the back unless the incident is very serious or someone get hurt. But if they want to get rid of you, they can do, because I've seen it. There is something called a process of dismissal by force, in my opinion, where they can make the environment so toxic or make your life so uncomfortable at work so that you would leave voluntarily. So that's one of the way how they could get you to leave if they really want you to leave. So there's no such thing as they can't fire you. They could also make the environment very, very bad so that you could not bear it and then you would leave. That's one other thing. Number two is you could be, I don't want to mention it. So we know different things that people could do to make things happen. I shouldn't say it here, but if you're I would ask you to think for yourself in that situation. So I will come back here and keep you updated. So this is the second step. So this second step is we had a formal meeting, giving another statement, and then once the managers who is on top receive the statement, they will now make the decision whether to discipline or to give a warning or dismissal. So that's it for now, but I will try and find a video at the end here that's explain keeping colleagues safe, right? So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. The environment that we in here, you should see it. I think I did a video here in the summertime. This is winter. I wanted to also show you in front of me, so I figure out a way how I could put a little thing here so that you can see the other side of what I'm seeing. And in the summer, if life spare, I will come back to this exact spot and give you a view of how it look in the summer. So thank you again and have a great day.
Retail staff deal with a lot of issues, including rudeness, threats, and watching people steal. When adrenaline kicks in, but we have to suppress it to comply with work policies. This may be doing us harm by blocking our body's natural reactions. Some basic tips with you about how to stay safe when your adrenaline kicks in. Because you're fed up with watching criminals stealing on a daily basis. Hitting the fine print, here it is. Our disclaimer for this useful information we're sharing free of charge. In most retail businesses, staff are trained to ignore, prevent or report shoplifting offences. Where it gets blurry is that employers, by training staff to ignore, prevent and report, are taking away a staff member's legal right to act based on the morals of our society, and all this for their own liability purposes. We all know everyone has a right to conduct a citizen's arrest, but we're not talking about arresting people. We're mentioning it because you have the legal right to do so, and this right is taken away when you clock on. This training is so ingrained in society that even shoplifters think that we cannot touch them. When most states allow a person to use reasonable force to recover property that has been stolen. That's all well and good for retailers to train staff in such a way. It's their time, they're paying for it. But here's the real issue. We are not robots, we're humans. So when faced with a situation such as crime, our adrenaline kicks in and we feel morally obligated to act, even to a point where we become enraged. And what do? Ignore our training and react. But we haven't been trained in how to stay safe while reacting, because we've been put out there amongst it with the words ignore, prevent and report. And usually we're out there without our mobile phones, which makes it even more dangerous.
hand over the item in your jacket. You are on CCTV concealing wine in your jacket. I'm going to issue you with a ban from this store. Please don't come back again or I will report you to the police.
So here are some techniques for retail staff who find that adrenaline has kicked in and are reacting to a shoplifting incident where they've lost the self-control required to abide by the company policy of ignore, prevent and report. When a shoplifter conceals, breaks open or consumes items in the store, remember they may say they will pay for it. Usually you can't stuff it down your pants or in your mouth and throw packaging away, or rip open and discard any package until you do pay though. And stuff in handbags can be damaged, that's why it needs to go into a basket, trolley or be held until it's paid for. As for putting things in pockets or in prams, because these are most likely to claim they were going to pay, it is your call whether to speak to them in the aisles or remind them as soon as they pay or go to leave. It's all about your adrenaline guiding you. These techniques are not designed to get you fired, but are designed to keep you safe when your responses to a situation are instinctive. If you don't want to deal with the possibility of getting fired, we suggest you just ignore, prevent and report. Most of you don't have any security or emergency response training, but you can stay safe with these two things. 1. Your biggest defense, distance. 2. Your biggest weapon, your voice. I hope this video helps you a little. Remember, life is worth more than property. Shoplifters are mentally unhinged people whose morals are out of whack. If you do lose it at a shoplifter, these tips should help keep you safe. And if you don't get the products back, you should feel a lot better after this confident interaction. This is a proven technique that we use when the offender is an absolute drugged out badass and we have no police backup. It's as safe to use as described. If you think they may have a firearm or they pull out a weapon that scares you, then calmly but assertively tell them it's all good and that they can just take the product and go. They usually realise this is their best option and will take your advice. Take care out there. Bye bye.
To the thing, people are not subscribed. Please subscribe.